programme we have here, this volunteer training programme, it started about 15 years ago. We wanted to do something. We could see the potential that people had as they recovered. So it's been a real joy to see people coming through recovery, but their talents, their abilities, their gifts just starting to blossom. So we thought, how can we encourage that? How can we support that? Carol and myself and another colleague at that time, Glenn, got together and we said, let's have a programme, let's create a programme. How would we do that? How can we use the resources we've already got? We started small. We had about 6 or 7 in the first graduation, and here we are 14 years later with 35 people who've come through the programme. So I'm thrilled at the way that programme has grown, thrilled that it's almost like a snowball effect, just getting bigger and bigger. We know it works. We're doing more of what works to help more people come through, have something that they can get involved in after a period of time in rehab, where they can use their skills, their abilities, can take some of their negative experiences and turn them into positives for the benefit of other people, and go on. So what we find is that this equips people to go in and do something really meaningful with their lives. We know if their lives remain kind of empty after rehab, they might drift backwards. So it's really important we give people something positive to do for the future. This equips them to do that, and we've seen people go on to do other training after this, go on to employment. And I'm also delighted that a significant percentage of the staff who are employed in our rehab services are people who've used the services themselves. So we know this works, we know this is making a difference, and I'm delighted to be able to have a small part in that and to see that happening and growing today.
My name's Angela Constance. I'm a member of the Scottish Parliament, and I'm also Scotland's Minister for Drug Policy, and I'm absolutely delighted to join the graduates from the CrossReach volunteering programme, because as we all work together on this journey to both save and improve lives, we need to ensure that lived experience is at the very heart of everything we do. And the training programme for peer volunteers is of great significance and of great value, because it is people gifting of their time, gifting others the benefit of their experience. And without the knowledge and the insights of people who are in recovery, we can't make progress. And it's essential that everybody is able to make a contribution. And the great thing about people in recovery working with other people who are still struggling with drug or alcohol addiction is that they give hope. They give hope that recovery is possible and that change is possible with the right support at the right time.
I'm Ian Greenshields, moderator of the General Assembly of the Church of Scotland, and here in Glasgow in Bath Street at an awards ceremony for CrossReach. It was a truly humbling and inspiring event where we were meeting with people who had gone through recovery and were now themselves in the place where they were qualified to help other people on that journey through recovery. And it just re-emphasises the truth that the best people to help folks in recovery are those who've been through that process themselves. And so there was today what you would call a great amount of hope in this place that will now transfer to lives being changed as a consequence of what was done here today.
It's been great today to be part of this celebration or ceremony, just to recognise the achievement that the volunteers have made, and marking the commitment of them getting through the course, and then from a point of view of seeing how well the volunteers work and the amazing support that they give people that are supported in services. So it's been great.
I am Kat McCabe. I am the Managing Coordinator of the CrossReach Abstinence Recovery Service and Whiteditch Move On. Both of these services are recovery services in Glasgow for individuals who've been affected by drug or alcohol addiction. Volunteers bring joy to the service, they bring kind of seriousness to the service, they challenge us, They teach us, and they're really just part of the family. There is a Gaelic word called, the word is Cianolus, and Cianolus means, it's kind of like homesickness. You know, Cianolus is about connection, about your home, and people feel like CrossReach is their home. It's like so not only Rainbow, the abstinence service, not only Why Didn't Move On, but the organisation as a whole have invested in them, and people see that and they want to give back, they want to be part of that and develop in that.
For many years, I've been a suffering addict. I come from Dundee and I've now made a transition through to Glasgow. Was given funding through the government to go into rehab. There was basically where my journey began, should we say. And what I learned there was that the addict and how the addict's mind works. CrossReach have put a lot of time and effort into my recovery. I'm still a service user with them. And I'm now engaging in volunteer programs. I'm now engaging in escorting at the moment until my PVG clears. Once that is cleared, then I will be in the building working as peer support, which I'm looking forward to doing, because what better a person to have gone through a journey of addiction from an early age to help those who are in addiction, whatever their drug or whether it's alcohol, any mind-altering substance as it's put. To be able to give back something is now, I would say, a blessing that I have been given to be put into this position. And for those who do struggle, all I have to say is that there is help there, but you must be willing to engage in it. And when you do engage in it, you'll find yourself in a completely and different new way of life, which is something that I am much for. I'm for this happening. For people to be given the funding, for people to engage in the services that the CrossReach provide, and to continue my journey and help those who are coming behind me, and hopefully be an inspiration to those.
Hi, my name's Alison. I was in Rainbow House Rehab Centre back in the summertime. I've had a problem with alcohol for years and tried to address it. And then beginning of last year, it just got out of control, trying to juggle house, family life, work. Just everything just got on top of me, and I just turned to drink. It was a solution, but it never worked out. I had a bad accident through my mental health being really bad, and Kat McCabe, she's the manager from Rainbow House, came and visited me in the hospital, told me I've got a bed in Rainbow. I spent 12 weeks in rehab. It's gave me so much, so it has. My confidence has come back again gradually. I've got my family life back, I've got my son and my daughter in my life, so much support off of them. My brother and my sister, they've rallied right round, but all of us are so grateful that I'm here today and for the support from Rainbow. And it's great now that I'm doing the volunteering and I'm giving something back. And if I help one person out of my experience, that's a great achievement for myself.
I've had the privilege of working with a lot of the volunteers, including recruiting of our new Cora-funded peer volunteer recovery coordinator. Joe, who does that job, he was being supported by the service when I was working in the service, so it's really lovely to see somebody who's been supported by both of our services, who has then gone on to volunteer with CrossReach, do the volunteer training with CrossReach, get some work experience with other third sector and statutory services, and then come back to coordinate our volunteers. He's giving them hope, and he's giving them, like, I suppose, a role model.
Hi, my name's Leah. I'm from Inverness. Today I graduated with CrossReach training programme for social care. I just want to say, like, from where I was to where I am now, you know, I'm super proud of myself, and what I'm going to be doing is helping people with addiction problems, offending problems. Like, there's a lot that I can do now. I'd just like to say thank you, especially to CrossReach, for making it possible.
I'm Gail, and I currently work at CrossReach Abstinence Recovery Service. I came through the service as a volunteer. I co-facilitate volunteer training. I work with a lot of the clients one-on-one. They call me happy feet, I'm a bit crazy, but I have a great passion for people in recovery like myself. I like to make them feel, I like to show them that recovery is possible, especially when you're at your lowest. When you lose your kids and you lose your home and nobody wants to know you, you can get all that back. You just need to put in some hard work. CrossReach has been amazing for me. I'm currently doing a Posca counselling course, so I want to take my counselling skills into the service that I work in to help the service users.